Stop waiting on the conditions to be perfect before you do anything. When I tell y'all, God just, man. I was reading Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 4. It says, he that observeth the wind shall not sow, and he that regardeth the clouds shall not reap. If you constantly looking at, oh, I need to do this, oh, it gotta be this way, I gotta have this before I do this, I gotta have this set up before I can even start doing that. Like, I can't even start that because I gotta have this, that, and this, that, and this. It gotta be like this. I gotta have, whatever. Everything gotta be perfect for me to start, and then I'll start. If you're constantly waiting on a perfect condition for you to start, you will never start. Just like I said, he that observeth the wind shall not sow. So if you're constantly, oh, it gotta be perfect, gotta be just like this, you'll end up not sowing at all. You'll end up literally wasting all that time that you could have been sowing seed. And then when it's time to reap a harvest, you like, where's your seed? You missed your time to sow your seed. Do not miss your time to sow your seed. Don't miss it. Trying to look at, oh, the conditions got to be this way. Oh, I gotta have a camera to start a YouTube channel. I gotta have this. I gotta have it just gotta be perfect. Like, I have to have a tripod. I gotta have a website. I gotta have all this stuff to start a business. Like, no, you don't. If you constantly keep waiting on that time or waiting on that condition to be perfect, to line your ducks up in a row to be perfect and everything, you would end up not sowing. All that time you sat there thinking, like, oh, I need this and oh, I need that, and just thinking like, okay, if I had this, I would do this. Use what you got. Use that seed that you have and sow your seed, because you don't know what's going to happen to that seed. That could be that one little thing you do, that one video you post, that one blog you write, that one essay you write, that one, I don't know, thing that you sold into what God is calling you to do. That one seed could produce so much. So don't miss your time to sow your seed looking at the clouds, trying to wait for that perfect time, trying to wait for that perfect day. Yes, yeah, I think tomorrow might be, the clouds might be a little low. So, or I think it's gonna rain tomorrow. So yeah, I think it might rain tomorrow. So when it rains tomorrow, that's when I'm gonna sow my seed, because the ground gonna be nice and it's gonna be moist, and I'm gonna be able to sow my seed. Yeah. You don't know what the future holds, and we can't. Oh, man, it's just so good. So basically, it's never a right time to start anything. The perfect time will never come. The perfect time is right now. This is the perfect time. It's now. It's right now. If there's a better time to do it, it's now. Do not wait any longer. Put your seed in the ground. Put your seed in the ground so you can reap what you sown. And there are consequences if you miss your time to sow your seed. If you don't sow your seed, you're never going to reap a harvest. Like, you're never going to reap if you do not sow. Too much hesitation. You got too much hesitation. Like, oh, should I? Let me, not today. I don't know. I need this. It's like, come on. Come on. I'm waking. Come on. Let's do it. Come on. Sow your seed so you can reap the harvest. Even if you just sow one seed, that's more than nothing. That's more than not sowing at all. It's like when we constantly try to come up with excuses on why we can't do this or why we can't do that because we don't got this and we don't got that, it leads us to inaction. It leads us to being idle, being in our head all the time, like just not doing nothing. Like that leads to idleness. It leads to not taking action. Like you have to take action. Do what's good. Take action. Do what you know how to do. Use what you got until you can get what you need. Use what you got. Use what you got. You got a phone, you got something. Use it. And sow your seed. You just use it. Use what you got. And it says, he who would accomplish and gain anything must have confidence and courage to venture something. The conditions of success and the future is in the hands of God. So don't worry about, oh, what if I fail? Oh, what if it go wrong? Oh, what if I sow this? What if I do this and nothing happened? What if I do this and nobody buy it? You have to have the confidence and the courage to venture something. If you want to accomplish or gain anything, you just got to have the confidence to do it. Just do it. Put your seed out there, and you don't know what God gonna do. Just pray and ask God, Lord, to bless it. And hey, you sowed your seed. Like, just do your part. Just sow your seed, do your part, and let God do the rest. The Bible says increase comes from God. You can, somebody sow somebody else water, but the increase comes from God. So we can only do our part. So just do something. Instead of doing nothing, do something. At least something. At least something. Like, do something to whatever you want to accomplish or whatever you want to do for the Lord. Just do something. If you never sow, you will never reap. Don't put off your sowing from time to time. You got to be consistent. You got to sow every day. You got to sow when it's sowing time. You got to sow every day. You cannot miss a day, because that could have been your harvest right there. That could have been a little extra. You don't know. You don't know what when you sow, what's going to come up. But if you put it off, if you hesitate too much and don't be consistent in it, then what you didn't do yesterday could have been something that you needed, months down the line. If nothing is done till all the difficulties are removed, then no good thing will ever be done. If you wait until all the difficulties are removed, no good thing will ever get done. You won't end up doing anything if you wait until everything is perfect. Nothing will get done, because it's never going to be a time where everything's going to be perfect. And yeah, so instead of spending your time watching the clouds, watching 11,000 videos about the thing or whatever, looking up this and that, and just in the clouds in your head, while you in the clouds watching and not really doing anything, because you're thinking, okay, I gotta have this, I gotta have that. Instead of doing that, actually go forth and sow something. Do something. Take action. So that's all I want to say. Don't miss your time to sow your seed. All right, love y'all.